Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Cost. Today I'm looking at On Swift Horses, a sweeping romance drama starring pretty people doing not a lot. Let's get started. Okay, so on paper, and I mean the kind of paper Hollywood loves, On Swift Horses should absolutely work. You've got a hot rising cast, Daisy Edgar-Jones, Jacob Elordi, Diego Calva, Will Poulter, and Sasha Kaye. That's like half of Gen Z's celebrity crush list. You've got a queer love story, a literary adaptation, period costumes, horse racing, a dreamy Las Vegas backdrop. It's checking all the boxes, a lot of boxes. But here's the thing. It looks like a masterpiece, and it feels like it's missing a soul. The movie is pretty poetic and shockingly unremarkable. Let's break down why On Swift Horses trots, but never quite gallops. The film is based on Shannon Pufah's novel and adapted for the screen by Bryce Cass. We follow Muriel, played by Daisy Edgar-Jones, who has her sights set on California with her boyfriend and soon-to-be husband, Lee, Will Poulter, who's about to go off to fight in Korea again. Before he ships out, his brother Julius, Jacob Elordi, returns to their Kansas home, fresh from the war, broke, restless, and with a serious wanderlust. Lee wants the three of them to build a new life together in San Diego. And it sounds nice, right? Unfortunately, Julius takes one look at the life plan and heads straight for Las Vegas instead, where he meets Henry, Diego Calva, a gambler slash hustler with charm, ambition, and a very matured and assured energy. Now, while Julius is falling into a low-key Bonnie and Clyde love affair with Henry, Muriel, back in Arroyo Glen instead of San Diego, starts feeling the pull toward gambling, towards secrets, and toward her mysterious neighbor, Sandra, played by Sasha Kaye, and her jarred olives. Muriel and Julius don't interact much, but they feel each other through phone calls and letters, like they're connected across miles by this invisible thread of longing and restlessness and innate understanding of the other person. And it sounds rich and layered, right? Unfortunately, the ingredients don't add up to much if the recipe doesn't lead to a perfect bake. Let me just say this. All of these actors are very talented individually. Diego Calva was one of the only redeeming things about Babylon for me, a movie I really disliked, and Jacob Elordi has a real strong screen presence. He's the kind of actor who can do a lot with silence, which this movie loves, particularly with his character's introduction, shirtless on the hood of a car. But together, Calva and Elordi's relationship lacks the electricity it needs. There's no real tension, no magnetism, and for a romance that's supposed to be forbidden, obsessive, and life-altering, it honestly feels more like two guys in a hotel room deciding which HBO show to binge next. The same problem exists with Muriel and Sandra. Their affair has potential, but ends up feeling like a side quest Muriel stumbles into on her way to the main plot. You get the sense something meaningful is supposed to be happening, but the film never gives it room to breathe. And poor Will Poulter as Lee, he's essentially just the husband who shows up when the script needs a reality check. It's just a waste of a solid actor. Part of my detachment from the emotion of the story was with the craft of the film. The cinematography is dreamy. There's a vignette filter over everything, like the entire movie is trapped in a faded memory. And the costumes by Jeriana San Juan are too perfect. Every collar is crisp. Every outfit is Pinterest board ready. Nobody looks like they've been sweating or crying over their life choices. It's beautiful, sure, but it's also sterile. These people don't feel real. They feel curated. It's as if someone tried to make a period drama with Instagram aesthetics. That detachment really kept me from connecting emotionally, which in a film about desire and risk is kind of a problem. There's a real attempt here to explore big themes. sexual identity, societal pressure, freedom versus duty, the lure of risk. You can see what the filmmakers were reaching for. Something like Brokeback Mountain with intertwining stories. But here's the difference. Brokeback had urgency. The love felt seismic. In On Swift Horses, it's more like everyone's stuck in a desert of emotional repression, and not in a compelling way. There's a narrative issue. The film keeps switching between Muriel's and Julius's storylines, but never quite connects them in a meaningful way. They're both waiting for luck to change their lives. And spoiler alert, it doesn't. Not really. The tension just fizzles out. Even when the stakes get high, Henry gets beat up, Julius steals money to find him in Mexico. It doesn't feel like much. Julius doesn't seem like a man desperately chasing love. He seems confused, which is fine, but that doesn't exactly scream romantic epic. This is going to sound a little harsh, but Daisy Edgar-Jones's performance is flat. I kept waiting for a moment, any moment, where Muriel would crack or scream or do something unexpected. She doesn't. The whole movie, she's just sort of there. There's room for subtlety, yes, but subtle shouldn't mean vacant. Muriel's arc from obedient housewife to closeted gambler and with a secret lover should be rich with contradiction. Instead, it's muted into oblivion. Oddly enough, the side characters, Sandra and Henry, feel way more alive. If I'm honest, that's the movie I wanted to see. Sandra's decision to end things with Muriel is one of the only emotionally charged scenes in the film. Henry's ambition is one of the only things with forward momentum. It makes me wonder, was this the wrong perspective for the story? If the focus had been on the characters outside of the family unit of the central trio, perhaps there would be a spark to generate some momentum. It's a slow, meandering film about characters waiting for their lives to start, but at a certain point, I started waiting for the credits to roll. So, should you watch On Swift Horses? If you're into stylish, slow burns with queer storylines and dreamy cinematography, maybe. But if you're looking for heat, chemistry, or emotional payoff, this horse never leaves the stable.
You're really not afraid of being alone. Neither are you.
I ain't like you.
You think I don't know exactly who you are?
You got your secrets and I got mine.
Thanks for writing this one out with me. If you've seen On Swift Horses, I need to know, was it just me? Or did this film feel like it was a whole bunch of ingredients and not a lot of flavor? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next review. And hey, may your next movie pick be more thrilling than this one. Until next time, stay lucky and pick better horses.